Okay, a core belief of Mormonism is certainly the centrality and the importance of the Book of Mormon as a revelation given to one man, Joseph Smith, as we discussed in 1830, from an angelic figure, Moroni. Now, let's talk about some issues that may exist within the Book of Mormon, and let's be open to thinking about these issues because they're fairly substantial. I think faith and wisdom need to travel the same road together. That seems to make sense to me. So, if a civilization existed, as does the Book of Mormon claim, in the Americas, then there ought to be evidence of the existence of that civilization and what that civilization did, as described in the Book of Mormon. That seems to make sense to me as well. All right, archaeology finds no evidence. There have been no discoveries, no digs, no skeletal remains, no battlefields, no weaponry discovered. There has been zero archaeological substantiation of the story we find within the Book of Mormon. Zero. The actual hill in which the Book of Mormon tablets are said to be is off limits to archaeological research, for it is controlled by the headquarters of Mormonism. Professors in Brigham Young have asked to research their own faith and have yet been denied opportunity to do so or been dismissed for asking the question. So archaeologically, we have no evidence. Now, cartography, the making and the design and the study of maps. There are no land masses, bodies of water, as described in the Book of Mormon, that match up with the topography and the current maps in the world today. There is no evidence of such land masses, peninsulas, isthmus, any of that existing as are described in the Book of Mormon. Metallurgy, there have been no discovery of any coins. Coins did not come to the Americas until the Europeans brought them. Coins that did come to the Americas when they were initially introduced had no value to the people who lived here. Yet, the Book of Mormon describes a civilization that had such currency. Currency that was introduced to the Americas was used as decorative items more than currency when they were first introduced. That doesn't make sense. Linguistically, the Book of Mormon speaks of a reformed Egyptian type of language, but there's no linguist or scholar anywhere in the world that would substantiate even the existence at any time in history of something called reformed Egyptian language. Horticulturally, there is no plant life and no fauna, nothing in the Americas that substantiates a lot of the plants that are described in the Book of Mormon. Even elephants and horses are described being in these land masses, but there's no evidence archaeologically or historically of those animals being introduced to that area. In fact, not until the late 1600s did horses make their way into the Americas in the manner that they're described in the Book of Mormon. So historically, we just don't have that authenticity. The Smithsonian Institute has yet to validate the Book of Mormon as an authentic historical document, unlike they have the Bible. So the cities mentioned in the Book of Mormon, like Manti and Nephi and Sidon and Jershon, there is no collateral writings about these cities, nor the leaders of these cities, nor these cities existing in any civilization anywhere in the world. In fact, the Book of Mormon, speaking of cities, even says that Jesus himself was born in the city of Jerusalem. Now, how does that Book of Mormon, with these seemingly problematic areas, compare and or contrast with the Bible? Well, I've been to Israel a number of times. I've stood on Mount Carmel and I've baptized in the River Jordan, and I've been to Nazareth and Cana and Judea, Samaria, and I've been to these areas of the wilderness in Judea. The Bible, when it talks of a city, a people group, throughout history and antiquity, it's substantiated in evidence in everyday life. The archaeological digs of the Roman coins, the weaponry, all of that dictate and describe the battles that were described in the Bible. So the reality of the narrative, the biblical scripture, is validated in science today. Science is not a foe to faith. Though science is a foe to the Book of Mormon, for science has yet to substantiate its claims. So this is problematic, and it's something worth thinking about. Mormons and if you're a Mormon, you'll know what I'm talking about. You talk about this burning in your bosom, this leading or this unction from God. which is a wonderful thing, as does Christianity. But in reality, we cannot be totally subjective about what it is we believe, especially when we're basing not only our life, but our afterlife on the claims of a text that has yet to be substantiated in time and space, in history, and in the lives of people. So that's not opinion, therein lies the facts. There is a lack of evidence, and this is problematic and must cause us, I think, must cause us who are reasonable to think and to rethink this particular text.